How is everybody? We are being recorded. Cool. A little Annie Lennox to get us going. Sweet dreams. That's kind of cool. Good stuff. Okay, let's see some cameras on, guys. All right. Tammy, we thought your picture of you and your husband was very cute, but I like seeing your camera on. That's cool. All right, everybody, let's go. Cameras on. Want to see you. We're all connecting. We're not staying disconnected. Debbie, yours, exercising, dancing. She's just rocking it. That's cool. All right. Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. How about that weather yesterday and the day before? Nice warm weather. Oh, Tammy's happy. Of course, I'm happy too. It was amazing. Guess what, guys? 1 to 4 inches of snow tomorrow. Yeah, stop. It's crazy, right? So be prepared for that. Literally, it's going to snow from like early in the morning till dinner time. So hopefully it won't be much. We'll see. But that's what they're predicting. Kind of crazy. But then it warms up again. All next week, we're in the 50s and around 60. So that's all good. We're not going to go back. No more snow after tomorrow. All right. It's Tammy Tuesday. Turning it over to you, Tammy.
Happy Tammy Tuesday. So I got to really quick share this fun fact with you that I learned yesterday. My husband and I were having this debate. And so winter is actually only 90 days. I say only, it's the longest 90 days of my life, but it's only 90 days. Did you know summer is actually 93 days? It's actually longer than any season. However, don't fool me. I think February has 90 days in it. So thought I would just share that fun fact on this Tammy Tuesday morning. I did not hear that about snow tomorrow. That's terrible. Today, I want to talk to you guys about renovation loans. They are quite popular question. So I wanted to go through the math with you guys again. For those of you driving or exercising on your treadmills or whatever, we can talk about it again. I go through this a lot often as a reminder. What is it? Repetition is the mother of learning or the key to learning, something like that. So anyway, renovation loans. There's two kinds. There's an FHA version and a conventional version. FHA follows FHA guidelines. So same kind of employment verification, same kind of paperwork involved. 3.5% down payment is on an FHA loan. Conventional follows conventional guidelines. 5% is the minimum down payment. So they follow the same guidelines. Really what the difference is between an FHA and a conventional, conventional allows for luxury items, a pool, a deck. FHA gives you more wiggle room with the appraisal. You can go 110% of the value for the appraisal. So there's very small differences. They both require mortgage insurance. Conventional requires mortgage insurance if you're putting less than 20% down. So some people seem to think they don't have to pay mortgage insurance on conventional. Yes, you do, unless you're putting down 20%. And then there's a whole strategy that goes into that. Why would you? As far as interest rates go, just like FHA and conventional, conventional has a little bit higher of an interest rate, a little bit lower mortgage insurance. Now the math. This is where everybody kind of gets crazed. Here's the math. It's the price of the house. So the agreed upon price that you make with the seller, that is the first number, plus the cost of the renovation, including the reserves. In Connecticut, there's 10% reserves. So you have to calculate that in there. So it's the price of the house plus the renovation costs equals your total acquisition price. Your total acquisition price is like your new sales price. The down payment is based on the total acquisition price, not the sales price. Now, the next thing you're probably wondering is, but Tammy, when we go under contract, we don't know what the renovation cost is. That is correct. The listing agent does not need to know what the cost of the renovation will be. They might be offended. They don't need to know. All they need to know is that it's a 203K loan or a Fannie Home style loan. And I'll tell you which one it is when we do them. So that's kind of the bird's eye view of what you need to know in real estate. I will tell you, there's a lot less competition on renovation loans than there are on some of the other ones. Some of these pretty houses have 30, 40 people walking through them. I went to open houses this week and could not believe how many people were jammed into one house. It was a little crazy. Renovation loans, they don't have that. Renovation loans could be something as tiny as I need appliances and maybe the outside needs to be painted, to tearing the house down completely and starting over. You can put a modular home on for a 203K or a conventional. So there's lots of options. So what I'd suggest is take your people and show them the house that 65 people want, and then go show them a house that could turn into the house that turn into that house. So that's a strategy I would take. And then the last thing I will tell you is in Connecticut last year, in Connecticut, according to HUD, we did 129 renovation loans. Loan Depot did 29 of them. So according to HUD, Loan Depot is the #1 lender when it comes to renovation loans. Yay, us. But 129 in the Northeast, where we haven't built a house in 10 years. So this is an untapped market. For those of you who are trying to find listings or trying to find homes for your buyers, take them to some sad houses, because we can do this. All right, that's it. Happy Tuesday. Sorry, Rick, I went a little over.
Tammy, that's great stuff. I always love me some renovation loans. It is a great opportunity, especially like Tammy says, in this market. I'm tempted to say, Tammy, that we need to talk about having a session just about this. There's gonna be a lot of questions back and forth. So I'll reach out to you about that. Cool. All right, guys, some announcements real quick. Want to get through this. Business builders today, Debbie Orr, correct? Debbie, you want to unmute real quick? What's going on?
Yes, we have response to 3 specific objections that we're going to role play and have a little fun.
All right, be there today, 9:30. ALC meeting today at 11:30 in the Stanford Market Center. All are welcome. All are always welcome at the ALC meeting. So please join us if you're around, and it will be on Zoom as well. 1 o'clock is a team wins section. You saw the email come from Rick. It's everything about teams and really understanding and dispelling the myths of a 7th level business. Really cool stuff. So I highly recommend, if you've got time at 1 o'clock, log into that. Tomorrow and Thursday, shift with James Shaw, 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Awesome opportunity. Everyone on this call needs to be on that. We're going to be pushing this out multiple times in just in the next 24 hours. It'd be really a missed opportunity if you weren't on that session. So look for that. Also, important announcement, Thursday in the morning, I believe it's 9:30 to 12:30, we have a CE class being offered by Tiger Inspections. The top 3 environmental concerns in this market today. It's free. There's a donation, a $20 donation to KW Cares, guys, to do this CE class. It's going to be on Zoom, so you can do it from the comfort of your couch. All proceeds go to KW Cares. It's a great opportunity. And I know a lot of you, because you were asking me, still have a need to do some CE. So register for that. Rick's putting the link in the chat right now, but there are several emails, and you'll see more emails about that. Also, to emphasize, the new amazing 30-minute power session every Thursday, 12:30 to 1 o'clock by the Productivity Committee. You don't want to miss these either, guys, okay? 12:30 to 1 o'clock every Thursday. This Thursday, of course, it's continuing. So please log into that too. Great stuff every week. All right. Bold, as many of you know, I'd like to say all of you know, we released the registration link yesterday at noon, exactly at noon. Dan Raposo had it delivered to you right on time. And we already have 22 people registered. Actually, we had 22 people registered in an hour and a half, guys. So there's Donna holding her Bold registration. Awesome. So guys, we expect this to sell out, obviously, in an hour and a half or 2 hours, whatever it was. We had 22 registrations. We have room for 70. That's it, guys. And I know many of you are still thinking about doing it. So again, the Bold, I think it's in the chat right now, Bold registration link, and there's going to be multiple emails sent. Let's get to that 70 by Friday, guys. Be done. We know who everyone, who our tribe is doing Bold this time, and then we can move forward as a cohesive group. It's going to be amazing with Kimberly Horn. Great opportunity. Don't miss it. All right, I don't think I missed an opportunity. I think that's all the announcements. Okay. Our spotlight today, our legal corner is with Ariane O'Donnell. Ariane, I don't see you, but I'm assuming you're here. There you are. Oh, I think we just lost Ariane.
Nope, I'm here. I'm
Oh, there
here.
you
Sorry.
are. All right,
Struggling
there
with
you
the
are. We'll
button.
spotlight you. Give us a second. There you are. So
Hi.
talk to us, Ariane. What, from a legal perspective, what's going on in this market? Things that we need to be aware of.
Well, wonderful. Well, lots of things are going on. It is definitely a crazy time out there. So what I thought I would talk about today was inspections and appraisal values that are being dealt with a lot ahead of time with the offers. A lot of people have been willing to waive their inspection or saying for informational purposes only. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about that and what that means. So what that means for your buyer is if they decide to waive the inspection, then they have basically will be anything, the state of the house or whatever it is at that moment will be the way that they take the house. So that is something to consider. And if your clients do want to waive inspections, which do happen, then just make sure your client understands the implication of what that means, because that's really important. Some of them I've seen have said for informational purposes. So it gives the buyer an opportunity if there's something really wrong with the house to cancel. But not for little things or not for even maybe mid things. So that's something just to make sure with your client. And then the other thing I've been seeing a lot of are appraisal situations. I've talked about this once before, but it's very interesting, how people have been bidding. Part of their bid is also to say that they will pay X amount over the appraisal value because the appraisals have not caught up with the actual market itself, because the appraisals are only based on recorded deeds or should be mainly based on recorded deeds. And that is not all registered yet and meeting with the market's situation. So you'll want to make sure that your client understands that what that means is if they're bidding that a certain amount over. For instance, I had one client, one seller whose buyer said that they'll pay $50,000 over the appraisal value as long as it met the listing price, which was interesting. But the concept, though, is that the buyer actually has to come up with that money and pay that money out of pocket. So they'll want to make sure with their lender that they have the equity to still have the reserves that are required for their loan in order to be able to still pay that amount over and above the purchase price. So those are some considerations to think about and to make sure that your client is aware and ready to go.
Awesome. No, they're all very relevant issues. And thank you for that. Anybody have any quick questions for Ariane while we have her on? No questions. All right. You did a great job, Ariane. That's awesome.
Glad
All
I
right.
covered it.
You did.
I have
Awesome.
a quick question. I'll throw it
Sure.
in there.
Go ahead.
What you say that a lot of the recorded deeds that the appraisals have not caught up. I had a quick situation where based on the listing, the appraisal went up. That's kind of what I was told. So and it seems very much higher than everybody else with even bigger homes. So do they have any appeal for that, or is it really not? I mean, it seems like they're being unfairly targeted.
Yeah. Well, that's my understanding, and this may be something I don't have all the information, but my understanding is that they can only appraisers can only do appraisals on recorded deed values. However, I have heard of brokers bringing current offers and current market prices for other properties that haven't closed that I do believe the appraisers have taken into consideration. So when you said that the price was higher than
The tax, I'm sorry, that they were reassessed. They were doing
okay.
improvements, I guess, on the home.
Gotcha.
But what I was told basically from a town is that they basically looked at the listings and see pictures and stuff and actually assess based on looking at somebody touting their home as having all this stuff, you know, or being.
Yeah, I would say that.
You can go to the Board of Assessment Appeals.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that may be an appeal process to do because it doesn't mean that that house sold for that price for them to assess the property based on that. So I do think that they could possibly have an appeal, but there's very strict time deadlines of getting those in. So make sure they check with their town on what they need to do.
Okay, thanks.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Awesome.
You're welcome. Good luck.
All righty. One last quick question, anybody? Nope. All right. Ariane, thank you. You're awesome.
Thank you.
All right, guys, have a great day. We'll see you soon. Oh, also, if anyone's still on, it's KW Cares Day. You have an email talking about that. It's the first annual KW Cares Day, informative about KW Cares. If you have time, log on, click on the link and log on to what's streaming live from KWRI. See you guys.